Coming up in midday, the Christian County Sheriff's Office is getting some new upgrades. We sat down with Sheriff Brad Cole about how these tools will help deputies respond faster while keeping them safe. And honoring our nation's fallen heroes, why this annual tribute is drawing visitors from across the nation this Memorial Day. These stories and more at midday.
This is Ozarks First News, Midday.
Welcome to Ozarks First News at midday. I'm Stoker Wieczorek. To start us off, let's take a live look outside at this hour. It's looking beautiful. The clouds are out, but not too many, right? There's just a few here down at our, which lake is this, Tom? I completely forget.
Beaver.
Beaver, that's right. Yeah, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, some folks on there too. Surprise, you're on TV. Yeah, right. Good looking day to be out there for sure on the Memorial Day. A lot of boats hitting the water down at Beaver Lake as well as in Table Rock Lake. Seeing pretty similar skies there. A few upper level clouds at Table Rock with a couple low cumulus clouds trying to come together. A few boats out there on the water though. You can see them driving by as the Memorial Day for many is also the unofficial kickoff to summertime. So, you know, things are getting a little warm out there. A lot of folks have the day off, school's out. So folks are like, hey, this is when we kick things off for you. If you're going to any kind of ceremonies today for Memorial Day to honor the fallen, it's going to be a pretty good looking day overall. Shouldn't find any rain today. We will find a few showers though tomorrow. We're seeing a cumulus field start to develop across West Missouri and down to Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas. Meanwhile, some upper level clouds drifting into the east and southeast. Temperatures now 76 in Springfield, 78 over in Joplin, lower 70s, a little cooler off towards the east and southeast. Winds today out of the east, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Not too breezy out there. 83 degrees today in Springfield with an east wind, and we'll do partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies today. Tomorrow, this little storm system here over Louisiana is going to be lifting northward, bringing that rain shower pocket with it. So we're going to find showery weather on your Tuesday. It kind of shuts down for Wednesday and then more rain Thursday. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
$80,000 is a lot of money, but when you look at it in the totality of it, $80,000 is nothing to save a life of a law enforcement officer or even a citizen.
The Christian County Sheriff's Office is getting upgrades this month. Sheriff Brad Cole says the two big things they'll now have include an armored vehicle and thermal scopes, allowing them to respond faster rather than having to wait. Parker Padgett has the details.
This week, Ozarks First spoke to Christian County Sheriff Brad Cole about several topics. The first, some new additions to the Sheriff's Office, like thermal scopes.
That will allow the deputies during the nighttime, in the darkness, to identify potential suspects, threats in the dark.
As well as purchasing an armored vehicle.
Previously, we've had to utilize other agencies that have armored vehicles. This situation that we had back in February where we lost our two deputies, we can't go back and look at that and say what would or would not have happened, but I'm fairly confident that if we'd had an armored vehicle there and not had to wait an hour for it to get there, that the situation may have been a little different there.
We asked Cole for an update in that investigation after Christian County deputies Gabriel Ramirez and Michael Highslope were killed in the line of duty.
It is not complete. There is a couple pieces of the reporting process that the investigators are still waiting on, and as soon as they get those, it should be complete and sent to the Stone County prosecutor.
Two deputies were injured in that shooting as well, including Christian County's deputy Joshua Wall.
He's up walking with a cane now, and he continues his therapy and is getting better.
Cole says the equipment they're bringing in will help them with different investigations, and they'll be allowing nearby law enforcement agencies to use it as well.
Had it been here on the ground, we would have used it Monday morning. That would have been a situation where we would have definitely used that to have some cover and some armor.
And that was Ozarks First Parker Padgett reporting. Another deputy from Webster County, Austin McCall, is still recovering as well. I reached out to Webster County Sheriff Roy Cole for an update, and he says he'll have something for us sometime next week. Well, unlike most major holidays, the majority of businesses and restaurants will be open for Memorial Day, but there are a few that will have their doors closed. That includes banks, libraries, and government entities, also mailing services like the post office, Amazon, and FedEx. Most chain restaurants and retailers will be open. some with limited hours, but Costco and Raising Cane's are also closed. You can just check out our website, ozarksfirst.com, for a full list of what's open and closed. Also on our website is a full list of events happening today that includes the Memorial Day ceremony here in Springfield happening at around 1:30. Again, our website has a full list of events and times planned for tomorrow. That's ozarksfirst.com. And crowds are gathering on the National Mall to honor the nation's fallen heroes this weekend, this Memorial Day weekend. USAA unveiling its Wall of Poppies display for the 7th year in a row. Liberty Simmons is there to tell us the meaning behind this tribute.
She was full of life, full of love.
A somber moment of reflection on the price of freedom paid by far too many.
I will tell you that there's a poppy on there that will reflect somebody that I've known in combat, that's died in combat, absolutely.
Joel Vargas with USAA served in the U.S. Navy and knows the true costs of war. On Memorial Day, he asks fellow Americans to remember.
You know, put down the barbecue grill for a little while, put the utensils down, take time to really remember and reflect on these people, because there's people today that don't have that family member at home. There's empty seat at the table.
Especially for the families of the 13 soldiers killed in Operation Epic Fury. For this mother, it hits close to home.
Thinking of my own son who's over there defending our country, yeah, hitting my heart.
This veteran says stopping for a few moments like this helps their memories live on.
As we look at Memorial Day, it's a great time to be with your families, and that's why we do what we do. Enjoy a barbecue, have a good time, but some of the time freedom comes with cost.
We have more news to share with you, so don't forget to follow us on our social media pages. We have fun videos and other need-to-know news for you from your communities. You can find us wherever you like to scroll. Just search up Ozarks First, and we'll be there. Coming up, President Trump working on a potential deal to end the war in Iran that was interrupted by an attempted shooting Saturday night. And as we head to break, here's a live look outside. It's looking beautiful. There's not too many clouds at most, just those ones up very high, but sun and blue skies as far as I can see. We'll be back with another check of your weather. It's 11:07 on your Monday morning. Welcome back. President Trump still in talks with Iran as a deal inches closer to reaching the finish line. This comes after a gunman was shot and killed outside the White House by Secret Service yesterday. Chris Flanagan is at the White House with the full breakdown.
President Trump is here at the White House. He has been here all day long. He has no public events scheduled for tonight. He hasn't had them all day either. He's been here at the White House all weekend long. Now, a source telling News Nation that the president was working on the Iran peace process in the Oval Office at the time of the shooting, which is shortly after 6 p.m. Eastern Saturday. Now, he had made it known on Friday that he changed plans and would be spending the long holiday weekend here at the White House. In a social media post early Sunday, President Trump thanking the Secret Service and law enforcement officers involved in the shooting and described the gunman as having a violent history and a possible obsession with the White House. A 21-year-old man opened fire near a White House security checkpoint. That man fired 3 shots before federal agents returned fire, killing him. Now, no Secret Service officers were injured, but a man who just happened to be in the area was hit by gunfire. D.C. police say a person will be okay, but remains in the hospital. Well, the suspect has been identified as Nazir Best of Dundalk, Maryland. That's just outside of Baltimore. He was on the Secret Service's radar and had a documented history of mental health conditions. According to D.C. court records, Best was arrested last July after attempting to enter a different White House checkpoint without permission and also claiming to be Jesus Christ. Now, this is the 3rd time in several weeks that shots were fired near the president. He posted on Truth Social this afternoon, writing it's been 1 month since a White House Correspondents' Dinner, and in early May, a Secret Service officer shot a man on the National Mall right near the Washington Monument. That prompted a brief lockdown here at the White House just a few blocks away. So as the president remains here at the White House tonight, the administration saying they're not commenting on reports that the U.S. and Iran have reached a principal agreement on reopening the Strait of Hormuz. For News Nation at the White House, I'm Chris Flanagan. Back to you.
Coming up, a deadly explosion in Pakistan, what this potential terrorist attack could mean for diplomacy.
And we're looking at the Springfield Square camera right now. A partly cloudy to mostly sunny sky for us right now. A nice warm day on this Memorial Day. No complications for the weather outside today. Tomorrow, we'll find a few rain showers out there. We'll take a look at that forecast next. All right, folks, welcome back. Look at the Downstream Casino and Resort camera. It's a beautiful sky out there. A mix of puffy cumulus clouds, what we call fair weather clouds in the sky. And we're going to see a lot of fair weather for today. 80s for some this afternoon, a light wind out of the east. And again, mostly sunny and partly cloudy. 76 right now in Springfield, 78 Joplin, 77 up north in Clinton, 76 in Lake of the Ozarks area. And also farther eastward, they've had some upper level clouds blow through, so more filtered sunlight. A larger spot of it across the east. 75 Mountain Grove, 74 West Plains, just a degree or two cooler the farther eastward you are. It's an east wind today, 5 to 10 miles an hour, east to southeast breeze at times. Rain chances today, pretty low to 0 for today. Not expecting rain today, so if you have plans to be outside, don't worry about it. It's going to be warm too, upper 70s to near 80 this afternoon. I think it'll be about probably in the 80s. Here in Springfield for the afternoon. Looking at satellite and radar, clear skies with a few cumulus clouds to the west, some upper level cirrus clouds blowing into the east. That's what we're looking at through the day today. As we go into tomorrow, we're going to find the storm system here down to our south, over the southeast, giving rain showers. That's going to move northward. So showery weather is coming this way for your Tuesday. Not a widespread washout rain, but a few showers here and there, off and on, through the day Tuesday, especially in the afternoon. And isolated showers possible Wednesday, but mainly dry. I think Wednesday is going to be like today. And we'll find a scattered rain again on Thursday. And rain looks more likely as we go to the end of the week. Thursday and Friday, I'd say count on rain. Tomorrow, don't count on it. Futurecast looks like, yeah, guess what? Mostly sunny skies. Things look good out there. Tries to come together with a shower down to the southeast, but I don't think we're going to see any rain today. As we go to tonight into Tuesday morning, keep things dry until we go to the afternoon. That system starts to lift this way, and we'll get some spotty showers start to develop, especially near and south of I-44. Some rain pockets could be on the heavier side, but it's not going to be an all-day rain and certainly not a full coverage of rain. There will be plenty of gaps between who sees rain, who doesn't. That winds down for Tuesday night. Wednesday, kind of a cloudier start. We'll find whatever clouds there are kind of be partly cloudy for the afternoon, and a slight chance of maybe some spotty showers across the area for Wednesday afternoon, but generally not much. I think we're going to find a better chance of rain Tuesday versus Wednesday, but still about 20% chance of showers on Wednesday. So to tomorrow through Wednesday, we're going to find rain totals about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. Some spots could see more, but generally pretty sporadic on those rain totals. And then we get more rain. Thursday is a more favorable setup for widespread rain and storms in the area Thursday into Friday. There's kind of this boundary draped across the area, and that'll help kind of trigger some ongoing rain showers and storms. Nothing severe Thursday and Friday, and that'll clear away as we go into your Saturday. Today, 83 degrees, kind of a warm day for us in the Ozarks. Tonight, we'll say low 60s, upper 50s. Tomorrow, upper 70s to near 80. Not a bad day for your Tuesday, except for the rain showers. Tuesday night looks okay, and then Wednesday, more showers out there, 83 degrees, and some showers down to the southwest. 2 dry days, today and Wednesday, and then Sunday. Rainy days, probably Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay, so this week is like a flip of the coin, roll of the dice. It's warm, but you also got occasional rain showers in there, Tom.
A little bit, yeah. We're going to find some rain tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, but there are some dry times at times.
Yeah, weather roulette, would you say?
Yeah,
weather roulette.
I like that. Way to put it.
Yeah. All right. Next story. Let's get on with it. All right, coverage on our Memorial Day here in the Ozarks. Saturday was the 26th annual POW MIA ceremony in St. Louis. People gathered at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery to honor prisoners of war, service members still missing in action, and those who never made it home. Now, during the ceremony, organizers laid wreaths at grave sites, including World War II POWs, a Vietnam War unknown soldier, and a World War II Medal of Honor recipient. The ceremony also recognized Gold Star families who lost loved ones in service.
The wreaths kind of, just like we would leave floral arrangements on the gravestone of a loved one, it allows us to show appreciation, for those people that made the ultimate sacrifice. So that
multiple veterans organizations helped organize and take part in that ceremony. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, at least 19 people are dead following an explosion near a train track. At least 70 more people were injured, many of them in critical condition. Officials say the force of the blast caused 2 of the train cars to overturn and catch fire. A spokesman for the government in Pakistan has come out condemning the act they say be terrorism. Authorities are looking into what caused the explosion. The World Health Organization says the Ebola outbreak now poses a very high risk for the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Sanitation workers sprayed disinfectant in Congo's Bunia Central Market today. A rare version of the virus is spreading and there is no vaccine for it yet. The latest count has 83 confirmed cases and 9 confirmed deaths in Congo. Uganda seeing 5 confirmed cases and 1 confirmed death. Coming up, we'll show you a very special graduation with an unexpected graduate. Stay with us. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Welcome back. Usually graduates walk the stage on 2 legs, but this special graduate from Ohio walked across on 4 paws. This is Logan, a member of Bishop Fenwick High School's class of 2026 and a service dog in training. Logan is receiving training through 4 Paws for Ability. Now, for the past 10 months, Fenwick students have become accustomed to seeing Logan roaming the halls, and today marks the next step for all the graduates, both human and canine. We'll be right back. You're watching Ozarks First News at midday. Don't go away. A telescope in Hawaii capturing stunning new images of a dying star. A star begins to die when it runs out of hydrogen to fuel the core. Many comparing the image to a crystal ball. I can see that, yeah. The photo released this week shows the Crystal Ball Nebula, a glowing cloud of gas that's 1,500 light years from Earth. Scientists say this nebula will eventually turn into a white dwarf, which is the remaining core of the star that takes billions of years to cool off. And speaking of temperatures, Tom, this weather is looking beautiful.
Yeah, today's a great looking day. We'll find a few showers tomorrow, so enjoy this Memorial Day.
Awesome. Well, thank you for watching Ozarks First News at midday. We'll see you a little bit.